Yeah, so I've been laying off that. I don't smoke cigars. I don't fucking drink.
What are you doing?
What am I
Are
doing?
you working out? I mean, you might as well be getting in great shape. Go full Aziz. Or not Aziz. God damn it, that was racist. Kamal.
Oh,
Fuck, that was
Thinking, like,
horrible.
why was that-
That was fucking horrible.
yeah, no, I don't know. I just have like this, my kid's so young and I'm sitting there, I'm already way fucking older than I should have been, and then I'm gonna be fucking slowly killing myself every day. I just had to it just went the road of my drinking, where it's just like, I got this weird thing where it's just like, I just get into shit and I just do it, but then I can walk away from it. So I don't have like that, I'm not like an alcoholic, but like my consumption is on that level. So cigars, remember you asked me last time, you were like, how many do you do? And I was like, fucking like, I don't know, like 30 a month. I mean, it wasn't
crazy.
like that, but
I barely, I'll smoke a cigar. Like today, I had a really rough morning of just, I had to run and go to hot spin. And I was like, you know what? I'll do a cigar this afternoon. But I can't do two in a day. I can't do one every day.
I would do them back to back. Well, because what really made my cigar smoking go up was the fact I wasn't drinking.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're just sitting there drinking and having a good time or whatever, and then I could just leisurely have a cigar. But like, I smoke a cigar and it's done in like 30, 40 minutes and my buddies are still drinking. Then it became, well, I guess I'll have another cigar. And then like, I just noticed that some hardcore cigar smokers were tapping out on the shit that I was smoking. And I'm like, I'll fucking have another one.
Really?
And I was just like, yeah, so.
Wait, you know what I started doing? I started buying, not expensive wine, but wine that's over $20, and I would drink less of it.
That's the higher end stuff.
Yeah, like I bought a $50 bottle of wine, which for me is expensive. And
Get
I
a
was like,
Barolo.
what is it?
Get a Barolo.
I'll put it down. I'll drink it tonight. But I found that if I have an expensive wine, I really enjoy it, and I drink it a lot.
Savor it. Yeah,
I really
as
enjoy it.
opposed to just sitting there getting hammered.
Yeah, it's like you get an $8 bottle of wine, and you're just like, fucking ga 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 ga, you know.
I wish I could go back to being fucking young again and just being like enjoying the damage I can do to my body with no ramifications. Like I just don't think I appreciated it. You don't appreciate it until that first like major repair you have to have.
Barolo?
Yeah.
All right. Fucking spell check just wrote Brooklyn.
I haven't drank it in a while, but there's like two different kinds. One is I'm not a big wine guy, but like one is more, I don't know, a fruitier one, and one's more of like the acidic one. I like the fruity one's a little more flavorful. This is where I pick up the slack on the podcast. Oh, God. Temptation. Oh, and he brought another one, and it's just sitting right there.
I worked out twice today already.
Did you? That's great.
Yeah, ran, woke up, took Georgia to school, or to the bus stop, played the new Eminem album for her, which it didn't translate. It's weird, I guess, hearing your dad when Eminem's like, I'll eat her pussy, and you're in the back of the car like, oh, Dad.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yes, it's whatever it is. But I tried to like connect with her and her friends.
I think you tried a little too hard.
I tried a little too hard.
Do you know how you connect with your kids' friends is you just be your age, be a dad.
Yeah, just hang out.
And then they're like, yeah, this is, they should be like censoring themselves around you.
And then
yeah, you shouldn't be saying pussy around.
I wasn't saying but that was the Eminem song lyric or something. It was like, I don't know. And then I came back, got on the treadmill, ran 3 miles.
It just made me feel really sad for you.
Oh, dude, this one.
You wanted that approval?
No, I just was like, part of me was like, have you guys heard the new Eminem album? And they were like, no.
Oh,
like,
God.
Really
Oh, man, it's just making me so uncomfortable.
I go, it's really good. And I put on a song. And
Dude, you realize to them that's like saying, hey, did you hear the new Andy Williams? Eminem, I mean, I think he's doing his best work, but the guys like in his, they're into those fucking, those other people.
He's the best. I wanted to share it with them. And
he's
boy,
the Sinatra
I could see
of
them
rap.
in the rearview mirror looking at each other like, oh. And I was like, oh, God. And then the bus showed up.
Yeah, they're just sitting there like, oh, my God, I can understand what he's saying. This is like such old rap. I was at a red light waiting here to get here, and this guy, like, pulled up in this really nice F-150, the XLT Lariat, right? Mm-hmm. And he's got, like, that auto-tune shit playing. I mean, yeah, and they're just saying about, what the fuck they're saying. And I had to sit through the whole red light listening to this. It was one of those long ones.
Yeah.
Where there's a 5-thing intersection, so you're just sitting there waiting to take a left. So I finally look over, and he's looking at his phone, and I did my favorite thing at a red light. When somebody looks at their phone, what you do is you just go, you pull up, and then they think it turns green, and then you make them go. Yeah, I made them go.
A long time ago, there was this, and I never thought anyone would ever believe this story because of now it's very. If this was to happen today, you'd totally believe it. This is before cell phones were the way they are, where everyone's on their cell phone, right? I'm driving on the 10, driving out to Ontario, and a woman is driving, reading a book. She's reading a book on her thing, driving, and. And I was like, the fucking...
That's almost like the amount of people staring at their iPhone. It's just like, oh, finally.
Yeah.
It's good to know that hasn't ended.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so she is there, and I end up in front of her, and I still see her reading her book. And we're driving fine, like there's no one in front, and I just tap on my brake lights, and all she sees is brake lights, and she locks them up, just, right? She pulls up to yell at me, Bill. She pulls up to yell at me. I reach over and grab a book. I had a book, the fountainhead next to me, and grabbed a book, and I pretended I was reading a book. And I was like, oh, hi. No one would ever believe that because they never believe you had a book. But now the joke is so easy because you just have cell phones. But, I remember that so vividly. I was driving to Ontario, just reading a fucking book.
Dude, you know, that just reminded me of one time I was driving and I don't know what the fuck, I can't even remember what the fuck happened. This woman, like, I don't know if she was behind me and she swerved around me and then she got in front of me. And she beeped at me, so I beeped back at her. She beeped at me, and then I beeped back at her. And then, like, we pulled up to the red light. She beeped at me, and I beeped back at her. And then she had, like, those old 1950s, like, she was young, but she had, like, those fucking horn-rimmed glasses. And then she just went, wah, staring. For like 30 seconds, and I just waited. And the second I stopped, I went beep, like that. Me and my buddy started dying laughing. Dude, she fucking put it in reverse and just went bam, 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 and hit the front of my car, and then reached into the glove box. We were like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, like we were just like pinned. And she got out with a pen, thank God, and a pad.
Pen and a pad. Well, it's mightier than the sword.
It is mightier than the sword. Wrote down my license plate number, and then just took off. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So I pulled in to the gas station there, or something, whatever, some parking lot. So we get out to see if there's any damage. And this guy pulled up, or a woman pulled up. Said, "Hey, was that a friend of yours messing around?" I was like, "No, I have no idea who that was." And she goes, "Well, here's my business card, just in case there's any sort of a problem." So I said, "Yeah, fine." So I was on the road. And I came back from the road, and it was like, I had an answer machine. And I had like the usual, hey, Bill, it's your mom, give me a call. Hey, Bill, blah, 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 And then I hear like, this is Officer so-and-so calling from the El Segundo Police Department talking about a possible assault with a deadly weapon. Because a car's a deadly weapon or something. Like hit and run assault with a deadly weapon. I was like, what the fuck? So I called up. And I can't remember. I left a message. I had the witness, and somebody who I called up on that end. I left a message, and I was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't do anything. This fucking broad pulls up, and I just talked how I would tell the story to you.
Yeah.
And the guy ended up calling back, message, laughing on my machine. He's like, Mr. Burr, you're a very colorful speaker. And he was like, we called your witness. Everything checked out. If it's okay with you, we're just gonna leave it alone. I was just like, yeah. Yeah, leave it alone. What a fucking lunatic. That was one of my favorite fuck you moments when she was laying. I just knew. I was like, this is the greatest setup ever. Second she stops, it was a Honda Accord, so I just had the little thumb ones. Beep, beep. And we both went cackling, laughing like we won.